Okay, we are doing Northern Pike on St. Croix Lake. I know there's a lot of videos out here about it, but this is just what I'm using, and in a minute I'll show you what I'm using, what depth I'm fishing. Of course, everybody knows this is, as far as I'm concerned, is the biggest money making fish out there. So if you do want to make good money, this is the fish you want to fish for. There we got a 16 pound, $1,924, which is really good payout. And the tackle I'm using is, I will show you. I'm using a Brutus 910, 9'10" rod, Thunderspin 5500, Floral 22.24, which is 40-pound test. X series glowing pair. You can use any bobber or the high one. Number 6 hook and shiners. And I'm fishing at a 30-inch depth, which seems to work really well for me. And what I'm doing is I'm constantly around these reeds here. What you want to do is just keep fishing around them. Usually after each fish I'll switch around between there. You'll see where my rod is pointing around in this whole area around those lilies there. Seems to work well, 30-inch depth. I usually fish that in all temperatures. Tomorrow I'll have a broadcast on for the qualifier 2 of the Valentine's Day Cup. Plus also I'll show you where you can catch unique bass, unique white bass, unique trout, unique clear muskies, unique muskies. I'll keep broadcasting for each fish. I mean, I imagine some people have better techniques of doing this. This is a technique I use. It usually works out really well for me. On the right conditions, I can catch up to 5 to 6 unique fish. I'm fishing with a premium account, and I suggest if you really want to make money, it's really helpful if you're looking for fast money is to use a premium account. It's $20 for a month, but it'll pay off in a month time if you play the game a lot. And he's just a little guy, but you can see for a 6-pound fish I'm making $768. Normally it would only be around $500, $400 to $500. You can see we have a few different people in here fishing for the same fish. This guy's in the water floating somehow. I don't understand that one. But you can see we have 5 people fishing normally and 1 guy fishing in halfway in the water. Must be a pretty tall guy. It's about 7 feet deep there. I'm gonna move in just a little bit closer to the weeds, just to see whatever, just to get a better picture of where I'm fishing for everybody. So you can see I'm fishing, usually I fish about this point here, summer's right here, and this point and here, and then try to get into this corner here. You got to be careful a little bit more over here because you will snag a lot of weeds in there. A number 7 hook will work really well too. I've just used a number 6 because it seems to be, for me, it catches, I don't switch it up because it catches clear muskie, tiger muskie, and regular muskie. Plus also I use it also with my catfish. Number 6 to me is just a well-rounded hook. And as you can see, I got another bite. You can see how my bobber's starting to move really fast. Soon it'll make a ting. Sometimes it won't. Oh, there he's still going. There's the ting there. And that fish left. But I mean, if anybody else does have any comments on a better way of catching them, it'd be nice to have them viewed for anybody else. You can leave a comment. This is just a live broadcast from the PlayStation 4. Also too, later on I'm going to do a live broadcast for unique asp and unique trout in one of Tiber River, I believe it's called. I've only started just fishing there today. And I'll do a live broadcast from there too to show how to catch these fish. There's many other fish. That's the only ones I've learned how to catch so far. As I learn how to catch different fish, I will definitely post on there. I'll definitely do a live broadcast for it. Let's maybe don't get a bite there soon enough. I got the fish pulled it out a ways away from there. Your best bet is to fish alongside of these lily pads here. As you can see, I want to try to get over there, and we'll see what happens. If you go too far, there is weeds right in there you'll snag. And it is, when you're trying to catch fish and make money, to catch snagging all these weeds and pulling all this junk out of the lake, it's kind of a pain. But I guess that's just another thing they put in here to make it a little more interesting, which I think is very uninteresting. And be patient, because sometimes it can piss you off when you're fishing for the fish. But it's a pretty effective way. 30 inches deep, number 6 hook, shiners. I mean, of course, not every fish is going to be a trophy. Also too, I'll be putting on a broadcast for unique bass in the Heron River. topwater lures are working here too. And always remember, fish peak times for big fish, for uniques. Which I hope I catch one here to show you that my method does work. That's a little better fish. Nice payout, $1,668 for a 14-pound fish. So you're making 100 pounds over $100 a pound on a fish with a premium account. It does really pay off. But that's to make good money in a short period of time. See there, I casted too far, caught a weed, and I'll likely reel a weed in. See again here, this is a real pain in the ass. I wish I didn't have this. I'll also show you where you can catch unique drum. Unique walleye are a little tougher. I mean, there's fewer unique walleyes caught than any other uniques in the lake. I believe the biggest unique I've caught is 19 pounds, but that's usually just during the walleye tournament. But again, 14-pound fish, I mean, you can pay off. You catch enough of these, I can usually pull in between $50,000 and $60,000 in a day with the peak times. So which really pays off in the long run with a premium account. How are they doing? Okay, I'll be right back, and we'll continue fishing here in a second. I'll be back. I gotta cut up an onion, eh?
Moxie's pill.
Dude, I'm not using it. Start growing fur or something stupid.
You won't have hip pain.
What?
You won't have hip pain.
I don't have hip pains.
Right, Moxie? I think they're working pretty good on her.
They seem to be, eh?
Yeah, never got no trouble with that. And that's when it happens, is when it's really cold, right?
Yeah.
So that's good.
She needs them.
She needs them. And keeps her running around and acting like a pup. That's perfect.
You see me walking with that knife hoping I'd stab myself, eh? And fall dead.
You probably would have stabbed me.
Why would I want to stab you?
No, you said you probably would have.
No, you were hoping I'd stab myself.
Not likely. I didn't know you were carrying a knife.
It was a household accident, honest officer. I don't know how I got drove in his heart 6 times.
Want me to touch you with my cold hands? You should see what I have to do. My dad chokes. Oh my God. No, why don't you be first? Why don't you be first?
Oh, because your hands?
Yeah. So he was first today, and I grabbed him 1 foot with both my hands and grabbed him. And said, "Oh, you cold old thing!"
Oh, it's the old thing. You agree? Stupid. I mean, I cut you that way all the time. You're not breaking up.
Cheese whiz?
It's right there.
Mustard?
It's right there.
Do you want ketchup?
Nope.
Just mustard?
Yep, I don't eat. I'll get mine in a minute. I gotta finish my broadcast. Okay, I'm back. And once again, I'll show you how we're, peak time's almost done. So what we'll do is we'll fast forward to our other peak time. So I usually go to about 6 o'clock. I truly believe in fishing all peak times. I do believe that's the only time you're going to actually catch your uniques. I mean, there is the odd time out of peak time you can actually catch unique fish, but very seldom that'll happen for you. I'll try to do coverage on all the lakes. Some of the European lakes I can show you some coverage. I haven't fished all of them yet. I haven't learned all the fishing. But for making any money, this is a lake I want to come to. The pike just seem to be the best. They may not pay out the best experience all the time. Catfish pay out really good experience, which I can show you then too, on what catfish and where to catch them. Usually off of the fairy tale docks, the floating dock. And again, I use a number 6 hook. But I just find this is the best technique here. I've seen other people catch them on plug hooks, but to me it's almost impossible because you catch way too many weeds. And if you do catch a unique off a plug hook, I mean, it's going to be about this. It's pretty rare, I think. We'll go to Canique Creek, show you unique bull, unique dollies, unique salmon, unique pink salmon. I'll try to do a list of all uniques in each lake. So if you're interested in any of the fishing for uniques, I mean, the experienced fisherman knows them all. There's a lot of guys starting out. Just search up Generalofpain1 on YouTube and I'll have videos on there for you to view. No subscription needed. I don't care about that. Just help another fisherman out. And of course, with any other video game, it always helps to have a nice cold Budweiser or the beer of your choice or drink of your choice. Helps you relax and have fun. I'd ask my wife to get me another Budweiser, but you know, most wives will tell you, you know what, to go yourselves. I won't use the language on here, but most married guys already know that when you say get me a beer, it's like not a chance. And if you're single guys, well, you're the same boat as we are. You have to go up and get it yourself. Or single women. So there's a nicer fish. Over $2,200 for a 19-pound fish. Again, you're looking over $100 a pound. And it pays off fast. That's what I said. That's why I really do like using a premium account. Especially when you're looking for the money. And it helps. It really does help. I know it's $20 a month, guys, but I mean, even for a month, you'll make up enough money in that month time. Unless you like to fish a lot of tournaments like I do, then it costs money to go to each tournament. But with your premium account, you don't pay the entry fees on any tournaments. You just pay your cost to the lake. And yeah, some lakes are pricey. I think they're a little overpriced to go there, but even for you guys starting to fish, use a premium account and build up your money fast. Build your experience, your money. I'm from Canada, it's $20. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for US, anywhere else. Maybe a little less for you guys. I know it's $20 for me in Canada. Hey, there's no doubt about it, eh? No, we don't all talk like that. Only our Newfoundland friends, which we love. For a free game, I mean, it's a good game. I like it. A lot of other people do like it. You can tell when you fish in tournaments, there's a lot of people still play this game. I started playing this game about a year ago, and there's a lot of guys I fished with before are still fishing on the game. It's a good community. I mean, you get the odd guys that don't want to give you advice, but there's a lot of guys on here that will give you advice on how to catch the fish. And I'll show you at the end of this day, I'll show you what my premium, it'll show exactly what you catch without premium and with the premium account, what your experience, what your money take is. Well worth it. So even a 4-pound fish is still just over $100 a pound. Exactly $100 a pound on that fish. But I mean, you can't expect to watch a video of somebody. Most guys will show you just the uniques they catch. I'm just going to show you what you will catch using this technique. I mean, uniques are nice to catch. They're not going to happen every time you fish. But I do promise with the technique I'm showing you, you can catch them. I mean, other people tell you use number 4, use number 5, no, use number 7, use number 8. I use number 6 because it's right in between everything that everybody's telling you. And it seems to really work. And once again, patience though is the one thing you have to have. The big fish will come. They're not all big. See again there, that one's over 100 pounds of fish. I usually release the ones under 6 pounds. I mean, all uniques or even all fish of that size, in the end, when you catch your total weight, it'll balance out to be about the same money. And again, use heavy line. Use a heavy rod, use a fishing reel appropriate for it. Don't come in here and use lightweight line with these pike because you won't catch the bigger ones. They'll snap your line. It'll just wreck everything you own. I know because the first time I ever fished this lake, I didn't have it. Oh, my license just about to expire. I got to renew my license. Which I don't have a fish biting right now. I'm going to renew that license right now for Michigan. I only go day by day because I don't have enough money to do a week at a time. I spent a lot of money going to other lakes and tournaments and bait. And in this broadcast, I'll show you, when you're in a kayak, I'll show you where I go to catch unique muskies. That'll start around 7 o'clock p.m. in the peak time on a sunny day. And as you can hear, like I said, when you're fishing, a cold beer always tastes good. Don't do it out in real fishing because they will find you. There again, look at that, 14 pounds, $1,710. I mean, just beautiful way to make money. And we all know in this game, money is the thing you want to make. Bait coins are really nice to have too, but if you're going to do it the legit way for bait coins, you don't get a lot of them unless you want to spend a lot of money to get very few bait coins that you're going to spend on one reel. I mean, $20 gives you, I think it was what, 300 and some bait coins. And there's fishing reels and fishing rods out there, you know, almost 300 bait coins. When you just wait and get your level you want, you can get the same reel for money you make on the game. I see guys out there, you know, with thousands of bait coins. They didn't earn that just from fishing. They earned that from paying it, just so that they can get the most advanced stuff. But it'll come. Just open it up. Each level opens up this stuff. You don't have to worry about it. You can buy this stuff without opening up the level. Don't be one of those guys. Just fish. It's pretty slow tonight, but I like to pull out a unique just to show you that I can catch a unique. I'm going to make a liar out of myself, but oh well. And I mean, there is the odd fish jumping. If there's a lot of fish jumping, then maybe change your depth setting. Go, you know, 20 inches. See what that happens. I mean, you can produce a lot of fish that way. There's another spot I fish too. It's just off the shore. I fish at 16 inches, about 16 feet off the shore, and it's kind of neat because you can see the fish down there biting your hook, which is kind of fun watching too. And you know, the biggest one I caught out of there is about 21 pounds. I haven't caught a unique from that spot yet, but I mean, it's quick money, fast. And tomorrow I will be broadcasting the Valentine's Day Cup on what techniques I use. Seems to work. I mean, I'm getting better. I played it last year in 2018, and I played the first one. I only got just around 16 pounds of fish. This year I got just under 22 pounds. So it takes time to figure out how to catch those sneaky little crappies, but like I said, tomorrow I will be doing a 2-hour live broadcast on the Valentine's Day Cup. And there's a lot of guys, I mean, we all use the same technique. I use a little different hook technique than most of them. They use a smaller hook, a number 4. I use a number 1 for the crappie because I think it produces a little bit bigger fish at a more consistent rate. And like they said, your hook size and your bait size makes a difference in the fish you're catching. If you're using a number 3 hook for pike and using a shiner, yeah, you'll still catch them, but you won't catch as big a fish. The bigger the bait, the bigger the fish is their motto on this game. There, I got another bite happening now. Oh, excuse me. But I am consistently landing trophy fish, which is good. I'm set out for uniques and to make as much money as possible on the game. Because if you do like to go play tournament to tournament to tournament, it gets pretty pricey. When you factor in the cost of your tournament fees, which aren't very much, but also your travel, your license, and with the premium, you get your fees paid for all tournaments. So that saves you a little bit on each one. Not a lot, because I mean they're not huge amounts, but even $1,000 per tournament, I mean if you play a lot of them, it saves you a little bit of money. So we're hitting just around that 7 o'clock mark. I'll go show where I go catch muskie. But seeing as I have my bobber out in the water, I want to catch this fish now. It's biting it, if he stays on. And you want to watch your weather, your winds. If you can get a west wind on a sunny day, you're going to have fun catching uniques, because I found that west winds produce the best fish. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to where I catch muskie. And I'm just going to go over here in this corner. And we will go like this. Just come right up into this corner towards these lily pads. Stop about here. Same thing, 30 inches deep. But what I'll try here is I'm going to switch it up to a shiner, to a large minnow. Not a shiner, sorry about that. And you want to cast just in front of these lily pads. Right here. This is where I've caught my unique muskie, or muskies. Trophy, common, unique. Either way. You can fish to the other side of the lily pads from here. It'll produce the same thing. See there, I got a bite, bobber's going. There, it stopped. I should have a bite. Yep, there we go. This looks like a fair size. This is a guaranteed a trophy. Yeah, 32-pound trophy, which isn't bad. You see, the muskies, they don't pay 100. They pay quite a bit less. Actually, a unique pike, if you catch a 40-pound unique pike, it pays almost $5,000. That muskie paid less than $100 a pound. So your pike are your biggest money makers in this lake. And don't cast too far, because of course we caught a weed. You want to try getting just in front of them like that. Walleye is another big payer. If you can catch them with lighter tackle, but the bigger walleye, you won't be able to bring them in. I use heavy tackle for the walleye too. They don't pay near as much as what the pike do. bass, drum, all them uniques, they don't pay out very well. It's just for your experience with unique, of course. But this is a good spot for your unique muskie, trophy muskie. And we'll do another video on clear muskie, tiger muskie. Sturgeon, of course, are just a common, so I'm not really interested in the fish that are commons. I can show you where to catch unique perch. Unique bull trout. And here we got another one that's gonna bite in a second. There we go. This would be another fair sized muskie. Yeah, just a 20-pound, but he pays out 1,400. So again, it's just not paying out the money what a pike would pay. So if you do want to come to make the money on this, you want to fish for pike, they are the best payout. 20-pound pike would have paid almost $3,000 for that. With a premium account, though, we'll take that into account. And here we got another bite for a muskie. Would be nice to pull out a unique just to show you that it does work. Oh, look at this, here's the bass. Yeah, see, look what a bass pays you out. Oh, they're paying around $100 a pound on this bass. Wow, I didn't actually think they did. Okay, well, I made myself out to be a liar on bass. That was shocking. I didn't think it did. But of course I'm broadcasting this live, so I mean I highly doubt that I will catch a unique just because it's going to make a liar out of me. But I can go on and show you my fish catch, and I can show you the uniques I have caught. But there's so many different techniques out here. I mean, so many people have different ways of catching them. I mean, you can try my technique, or you might say my technique, I'm full of shit with my technique. But it works for me. It works what I've done so far. I haven't changed it yet. Some guys will say the X series will catch better fish. Number 4, and I disagree. Because without number 6, you wouldn't catch a water lily like that. And we all know we want to catch them on a consistent basis. Because that's what makes the game fun, is let's catch ourselves some water lilies. Or turtles. Or snags. In that last cast, I was a little close to the weed, so when the fish did take it in, it snagged it on a weed, I guess. But who the fuck knows? I mean, from when this game first came out, they've really progressed. They really had a problem in tournaments where a lot of people were just getting cut out of the tournament. You had to re-enter the tournament and you lost time. They seem to have corrected that. It's a well-rounded game. Fishing Planet is a fun game. I think it's one of the better fishing games I've played. And for a free game, not many complaints. Sure, I mean everybody's you gotta pay to play with a lot of microtransactions, but I mean it's a free game, so I mean they put out a free game, so for the cost of things that you want to do, it's actually not that bad. It could be worse, but every $20 gets you a month of premium, which is well worth it if you play the game a lot. Even if you don't, it's easy to come in here and make money, and that's you really want to make money because it, like I said, it will drain you. And it's a hit and miss. Again, like I just had a bite and it's gone. But it looks like I might have another one biting on it. No, he left. But I usually give this till 8 o'clock fishing here. Same thing, 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning on the sunny day. See, there we have another bite. I like to make the video a little more interesting, but my wife won't let me swear or talk anything bad on here. And if you are a married guy, you know that if your wife speaks up, just be scared of her. Any single guys, be warned. It's not all rainbows and sunshine, trust me. It is. They're great to have. And for you women, I'm not running it down. Don't give me negative comments or anything. I'm just having fun. And trust me, if I say anything wrong, my wife will be glaring at me right now. And my broadcast will be ended. This might be a little bigger fish here because as you can see, he's taking out line, which I'd like. I don't know if it'll be a unique. I'm hoping it's a unique. That's a pretty big fish. Oh, and if you're just starting to use a kayak, if you can move it so he flips you under the water, you'll get a. You do it so many times, you get like a challenge done. This is a pretty big fish. Might be right at the top of being a trophy or just right at the bottom of being a unique. Yeah, this is a fair sized fish. He's taking a while to bring in. And I'm using 40-pound fluoro line. See right there, when you flip over like that, you can get a challenge. There we go. Just the top of the trophy. But still, as you can see, like he doesn't pay even $100 a pound. So they're fun to catch, but for the big money, go after your pike. Because I can catch pike half that size, will pay me the same amount of money. And I can hold a lot more pike in my keep net than I can with the big muskie. So your muskie are not your big payout. They're fun to catch. There is a challenge for so many muskie, but there's a challenge for all the fish for so many. But definitely for the money, go after your pike. They are the biggest payout in the entire game as far as I'm concerned. I fish for a lot of fish. I've filled up my fish castle. And when you do get into this point, when you can earn it, get the fish castle, because it's 440 pounds, you can hold a lot of fish in there and make a lot of money. And from what I hear, they're going to put out a little bit bigger ones, but I haven't seen them yet. I really haven't looked into the shop on that. I just stick with the fish castle, and then the fish, the steel or something, the stringer is 330 pounds, because there is tournaments that say, oh, use that. And then if you don't want to leave the lake and you're catching fish, because if you leave the lake, then you got to pay the extra money to come back into the lake. So keep your biggest stringers or your biggest fish nets, just so that if you have to use them at a tournament, then you still have room where you can actually catch a lot of fish and hold a lot of fish. Which is my advice. So if the tournament says you can only use this one, make sure you have the biggest one you can. Especially when you're just starting out and you got to use certain keep nets, certain this. Watch what the tournament regulations say. Make sure you hold all the different rods. I mean, you only need one of each rod. Make sure you keep something good for bait fish, for the smaller fish. Keep something for the bigger fish, you know. Your casting rods, your bait casters, your float rigs. I hold 7 rods. I try to hold one of each of everything, so I'm not left out and like, oh my god, I just entered this tournament, I didn't read it good enough, I don't have the right equipment, which can be a real pain in the ass. And there's another weed. Well, there, I showed you where I catch these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over. I got an hour left, hopefully, to snag a unique pike. But my broadcast time, I'm going to end it right away here. I'll spend the last, it'll be about 10 minutes of the day, and hoping that we can catch a unique. But sometimes these fish can be finicky little bitches, so we'll try it out. Sometimes you'll catch nothing but unique. Sometimes, you know, I went days without catching a unique. Come on, come on. Be the unique that we want. Nah, it's just a baby. Another bass. Unreal. I paid over £100, $100 a pound. That's, wow, that's amazing. I didn't actually think the bass would. I have to go do some bass fishing then. Oh, and that's another one too. I'll show you in Florida. I'll show you unique bass, unique butterfly bass. Come on, baby. Unique, unique, please. No, but that's okay. That's $1,500 for a 12 pound. Well, just under 13 pounds, we'll say. I have one person viewing right now, Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, he left. He's like, fuck, this guy's fucking boring.
Long.
What's that?
It's long.
Yeah, it is almost an hour long, but oh well. Aha, there we got another one biting. Be the unique. Come on, you mother humper. Fishy, fishy in the brook. Please bite my effing hook. Come on.
YouTube won't take those. I swear on that.
Oh God, there's people with worse language.
Well, that makes sense.
I did have one person viewing. I've got 298 pounds of fish, pike and muskie, and what I'll show you soon here is what the payout will be with the premium account. I mean, at least Fishing Planet made it nice where you can earn a lot of money, and like I said, for $20, I'm from Canada, that's $20 for a month. I mean, it's pretty damn cheap. I mean, in that month time, you can make a shit ton of money. I mean, the last time I played this, I was over $1 million, and I quit playing. I quit with the premium. But I'll tell you what, though, when you're fishing tournaments steadily and buying new equipment and stuff, you can eat through that $1 million in a couple days. I mean, of course, you can pay I think it's $60 and you'll get, is it $70? You'll get a year. So, I mean, I'm only going to go with the $20 because of, like anybody else, some new games come out, which I was on a Destiny 2 binge, so I haven't played this for quite a while. Now I'm done with Destiny 2. I mean, I played it to where I want to play it. So now I'm back on Fishing Planet. It's a little less stressful. Don't get me wrong, Bungie, Destiny 2 is an okay game. But this is just one that's a little less stress. And look at the bright side, guys. When you're sitting where I'm at, we're sitting in just around, sitting roughly between 30 and 40 below. There's a unique right there. That's what I'm saying. So that unique fish, yeah, I got 3,000 for that 26-pound unique fish, which is a really good payout. But for us guys, they're sitting up here. Last week it's been between 30 degrees below zero and 44 degrees below zero. Yeah, like fishing, I don't have to leave my house. I can just sit here and fish. Now, it's not like the real thing, but it's as close as you can get to be the real fishing game, fishing experience. And as I said, I'm up here, Canadian, northern. It gets pretty cold, so this kills time. Anyways, with that, guys, I'm going to end this broadcast. It's been a little bit long one, but I hope I gave you some idea on what you want to do and how to catch them. Good luck. Have fun.